Am I creepy? Is this creepy? So YouNow is doing a broadcast challenge, and they want us to do all these fun, different Halloween things. So I'm wearing a mask. I'm wearing a costume. You know, I got a lot of things planned for this month. A lot of videos, just fun things. I've been doing the 31 days of Halloween. Been posting a different horror movie each night. So if somebody can tell me what mask this is, I'll take it off. And then we can talk. Does anybody know what mask this is from what movie? So we're on the 19th day of my little challenge here. Not challenge, but little fun little 31 days of Halloween. And I've been posting a different horror movie each night. So I haven't posted today yet. And I'm just posting my favorite Halloween movies, horror movies. Getting down to the final 10 pretty soon. How's everyone doing tonight? What do we have here? We have Lavender, Connie, Vegan for Vendetta, the Farm Sanctuary news. I haven't heard anything from the Farm Sanctuary. What happened? Hey, Vegan Bohemian. Hey, Mandy. Isn't it really late over there in Scotland? You see my other mask over there in the corner? So I still have to open up another Vegan Cuts box. And I got some other news that I'll talk about in a little while. So yeah, I have good news and I have bad news. And we'll just go over it all really, really thoroughly. Does anybody watching know what mask this is that I'm wearing so I can take it off? Or do you want me to do the whole broadcast wearing this mask? Hello? Can you guys hear me okay? I'm on a different computer. And Indy's not with me. He's downstairs. Heller. Crazy, funny, crazy, weird, funny kid. How's it going? So for the rest of the month, I have a few things planned for my YouTube channel, but we also got some Michael, Vegan for Vendetta. Michael who? I look like Leatherface. Close. Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I just watched that the other night. Michael Myers. Yes, this is Michael Myers from the Rob Zombie movie. So I can take that off now. And there's the other one over there. So that was for the challenge, participating for the YouNow thing. And now I can breathe. So for the rest of the month, I have a few things planned. So tomorrow on YouNow, if we can do it before, I'm supposed to be going out of town. But if I don't go out of town, or if I can do it before that, we'll tell some ghost stories. How about that? I did this a while back last year, and everybody seemed to like it. So let's do ghost stories again, because I have a few really scary ones. I'm going to do a video for my top 10 horror movies for Halloween. And then I'm going to do another one for my top 5 or 10 zombie movies. So I'm excited to do that. I'm excited to do those videos. Yeah, ghost stories is fun. I always like telling ghost stories. I got a few pretty scary ones from experience that I can tell. And maybe we can hear your guys too. Hi, Vicky's. How's it going? So what else do we have for the rest of the YouNow? We have Maybe we can go out to a cornfield or a corn maze. I don't really know any haunted houses around here. Um, no real haunted houses. I mean, I know my friend puts on a Frightmare Farm thing, which is pretty cool. Maybe we'll go through my kitchen, see what's going on in there. My favorite Halloween movies, we can talk about those. Maybe we can guess somebody with some Halloween. Maybe Noah and Craig will want to do that. Let's see, what else can we do? Maybe show some old photos from past Halloweens. Oh, and zombify. Okay, I can do the zombie thing. All right, so sounds good. What do I know about wheat? Well, it's wheat is a gluten-full food. I don't have a problem with wheat. I like to eat wheat in my diet, um, and I've been doing so for all of my life, really, and I don't have any problems. So I don't know what else you mean there. Some people are gluten intolerant. Some people have celiac. Some people don't eat wheat. Is there a link to the Halloween? Well, the Halloween challenge is for I'm not sure. I think it's just well, it's obviously for YouNow. They sent me the email, so I don't know. Maybe look through your email folder, maybe spam folder. Does it mean I'm going to be on YouNow for the next 13 days straight? I'm going to try. It might not be late at night because I might be going out of town. See, I was going to go to visit the East Coast, the New England states tomorrow for the weekend, but I don't know if that's going to happen now. So I might be going somewhere this weekend. So I don't know. Maybe we'll do a broadcast from out and about. That would be fun. Maybe doing a broadcast out in Salem, Massachusetts or something. East Coast is the best coast, Spinderella. What else? So let's get in real quick to the bad news. Okay, so if anybody has seen my videos that I just posted yesterday, they're updates from last year when I did the video on the Friends Not Food farm sanctuary that scammed everybody. Let's just get into this real quick. So they had a GoFundMe last year called Friends Not Food Farm Sanctuary. They said that they, blah, 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 they're an old couple, they were compassionate, they've been doing this for years, they're trying to save their animals. They needed money they needed $8,000 to build a fence to meet state code regulations in the state of Tennessee. And everybody banded together and they got their $8,000. And then they wanted to do another one a few months later because they said their farm was tragically destroyed in the Tennessee wildfires. And that just rang a bell. I'm like, how can these people have this much bad luck? And I started like really looking into it, and it just so many red flags. They weren't answering questions. They were being very standoffish, and they just were being really bizarre in the questions. I even offered to come down there and do a video to help people, to help them, to help show the damage to their farm and whatnot. And they just totally deleted their accounts, deleted or took the money, froze the GoFundMe account. They were looking for first $35,000 and then $90,000, and then they were trying to get $1 million. And it froze at about $35,000. So a lot of people, once we outed them as scammers, fraud, that people were going to GoFundMe, and GoFundMe was refunding the people no problem. But nobody knew who these people were. Nobody knew who was doing this. So I know I took all the information I had. I did a couple videos, and I talked to the Secretary of State of Tennessee, and I gave them all the information. And that was that. I didn't hear anything about it again until a few days ago. So a few days ago, I guess the Crossville, Tennessee Police Department identified the suspects. And they have a farm called the West Farm in Crossville, Tennessee. It's not a farm sanctuary, it's a real farm. They brag about their pigs, call them pork, and it's the best meat that they ever ate. They talk about hunting. They talk about their cows being, in 18 months, there'll be, burgers and stuff like that. They're talking about electric fencing, and they're not good people. And they scammed our entire community. They committed crimes, but yet they're getting away with it. Because we need people that donated that did not get reimbursed from GoFundMe to come out and press charges against these people. So anyways, I put up a video, 2 videos yesterday, and I basically gave all the information. We talked about what they did and how people can, press charges on these people. And it looks like they saw the video and they filed a privacy claim against my YouTube channel on 3 of my videos. One of the videos doesn't even say anything about them, but all the information is public information. And right now, I have not taken the videos down, but YouTube says in 48 hours, if I don't take the videos down or censor them or whatever, they're going to take them down or whatever. They're going to go under review. I wrote back to them. YouTube's a huge, you don't know if you're going to be able to talk to somebody or whatnot. It's just, so I wrote back to them and I said, hey, everything is in, fair use. Everything is public knowledge. These are suspects in a crime. All this information is available publicly. I've done nothing to breach any privacy agreement or anything like that. So I'm going to leave them up. Hopefully they don't get taken down, but if they do get taken down, I've also posted on my Instagram, my Facebook. I don't want these people to get away with this. These are horrible people. So now that we got the bad news out of the way, do I know a good non-GMO wheat brand? What kind of wheat are you looking for? Like flour, just flour, or like I have a veganic bread called 1 Degree downstairs. I just made some in my air fryer. Andrew W says, name me a song you love by a band that you hate. Okay. I love the song. Well, the only reason it's coming to my mind is by a band I hate. I hate Coldplay, but I like The Scientist. That was a fun game. Vegan for Vendetta. It absolutely is disgraceful. These people suck. If you want to know any more information on it, check out my videos that I just posted before they potentially get taken down. Find out who these people are. Good news is, hey, we're going to do all these fun Halloween things. This is my favorite time of year. I have a lot of videos ready. I was just at the Scaricon. I got some really cool videos there. I got to meet Lou Temple from The Walking Dead, Devil's Rejects, Halloween, Sid Haig from Devil's Rejects, Halloween, all those movies. And yeah, got some fun stuff coming up. Got some fun videos to talk about. I ship shirts anywhere that people want them. If you can't buy them on the website if you're international, but you can message me just through the contact form, and I always send wherever in the world people want to be sent. All I need is your shipping information, and I can calculate what the postage will be. That's the only thing. You'll have to pay the postage, and unfortunately, I'm not like this website savvy person, so I wasn't able to set my website up so it would calculate international orders or anything. So I just basically have it on, or I have it on like the basic if you bought it here in the United States. So yeah, I have a lot of different. That's it. I have a lot of new shirts. I got the Go Vegan for the Stranger Things one. This is the hoodie one. I have it in the short sleeve. I got the Michael Myers one where he's holding the carrot. Mikey doesn't carrot all. And I got a brand new one, which I don't have here. It's a Jason Voorhees hockey mask, and it's surrounded by a couple leaves of kale, and it says serial killer. I don't know. What do you guys think of that? I missed it till now at the dentist, Barbara. Are you saying you just signed on? Spinderella says, I just signed up for a dating site, was matched with a guy who hated animal cruelty. I would hope most everybody hates animal cruelty, but unfortunately that's just not the case. Some people are terrible. Yeah, this is a unisex shirt. This is the hoodie one. I do have the women's cut as well. He wasn't vegan. I wouldn't see most vegans saying that. They would probably just say they're vegan, right? Because if you have a shirt that said, I hate animal cruelty, wouldn't that just apply to most everybody? Most people hate animal cruelty, even though they don't realize that they're playing a big part in it. My favorite part about Scaricon is just, it's a little different than Veg Fest for me. So when I go to Scaricon, I like seeing all the different celebrities that are there because I'm like a huge horror fan. I'm a huge movie fan. When I go to Veg Fest, on the other hand, my favorite part is just talking to friends and meeting new people. That's what I like doing there. But for the Scaricon thing, I was really like if I told the story a few years ago where I saw Dee Wallace. Did I tell you guys that story? I left it downstairs, but I got a signed photograph of her. And so basically, for those of you that don't know Dee Wallace, she's in like a lot of horror movies. She's in like Rob Zombie's Halloween, Lords of Salem. She's in the Halloween. But my favorite movie of all time, the reason why I had to go up and talk to her was because she was the mom in E.T. And she was there for the 3 days I was there. The first day I saw her, and I kept walking. I don't know, I guess I was too shy to go talk to her. The second day, I really wanted to talk to her, but then again, I chickened out again. And the third day, I told myself, hey, if I don't talk to her today, I might never see her again, never have this chance again. And I really wanted to talk to her because, like, saying E.T. was my favorite movie is like an understatement. Like, I totally identified with Elliot at the time. We were like around the same age. He was into Star Wars, BMX biking, E.T., and it was the Halloween time of year. E.T. was set in Halloween. And I remember that like such a good nostalgic feeling when I was a little kid, when I saw it in movie theaters. So when I saw Dee, I went up to her and I was like, hey, how's it going? And she's like, hi. And she was very, very friendly. And she started, say, hey, just let me know if you want any of these, or, if you have any questions about any of my movies, feel free to ask. I'm like, oh, cool. I love making movies myself. I'm a huge movie fan. Like, I'm thinking to myself, she just said I can ask her any question I want. And all of a sudden my mind went blank and I had nothing to ask her. And so I just pointed, I'm like, I'll take that picture. And she had all the horror pictures, but I took the one of her in E.T. And she signed it to me to Chris, be good, with a couple extra O's for the word good. And then she got up and we did a little video together. It's on one of my videos for Scaricon. So I believe it's on my second channel where we do a little outro for my vlog. So that was really fun. And that was by far my favorite experience at Scaricon. Although there was a really cool one this year as well. Hey, Robin. I have a whole Vegan for Vendetta. I have a whole entire video of me going up to Sid and showing him the art, the graffiti, and talking about your friend there. And then he says some weird things, and then it gets a little awkward, and then I'm like, oh, well, great meeting you. Have a great day. But it was fun, you know, it was cool. What am I going for as Halloween? Usually, okay, so I'm usually the same thing every year, which is a vampire. And I did get some custom, I got a really cool discount from this guy that was at Scaricon, and I see him every year, and I never go there and get him, but he gave me a really good discount. I got some custom made vampire fangs where, you know, you put the dental thing in your mouth, and, you know, we looked at the ingredients, everything was vegan, and so he makes them and then he ships them to me. So I'm still waiting on those. If I had them here, I probably would have them in my mouth right now. But in the background, I got the Michael Myers mask right over there. I did a what's in the box video wearing that, which I haven't posted yet, but I will. What was I saying? So the other experience that happened you'll see it if you watch my Scaricon video that I have not edited and posted yet. But within the next week, I plan on having that edited and posted on YouTube if my channel doesn't get taken down from these horrible people that did the sanctuary scam. Let's hope that doesn't happen. When am I coming to LA? I need to come to LA soon, so probably November. I'll be staying with you. So get ready. Get ready. Make sure your kitchen is stocked full of food. We're going to have some cooking wars. Okay, so do you want me to tell the story? Okay, so I was really stoked at this. So there was a panel going on, a panel discussion, and it was Lou Temple from The Walking Dead, Halloween, all the Rob Zombie movies. It was Ferrick. I can't even say his last name. I don't. Dag. He plays the little boy, the blonde head little boy from Halloween. He plays the little Michael Myers. He's not little anymore. He's an adult. And Sid Haig and Bill Moseley. So all the Rob Zombie movie people, they're all there, and they're doing a panel discussion. And I was with Noah Craig, and he's filming this for me. And then when they were done, the moderator grabbed the microphone and said, "I'm sure there's people in the audience that have some questions." And nobody did anything. Everybody just sat down. Nobody asked any questions. And I've never been somebody to get up and ask questions, or I was never first to read my paper in public speaking or anything like that. So I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. Nobody's asking a question. This one girl asked a question, and then that was it. Nobody asked. So I'm like, hey, I have a question. So she gives me the microphone, and I grab the microphone. Before I say one word, they say, "It's the vegan zombie." So that was like, I was totally blown away that they knew who I was, or at least the guy from The Walking Dead, Lou Temple. He's like, "It's a vegan zombie," and I wasn't wearing a vegan zombie shirt or anything. I was actually wearing the Lords of Salem shirt, the Rob Zombie shirt. And my question, should I tell you the question, or should we wait until I post the video? I don't know. I can't do that to you guys, can I? I'm glad you guys like what's in the box. I'll tell you. Okay, so what was I saying? Okay, so now I lost my train of thought. So he says, so my question to them were, okay, so you're all working on a movie with Rob Zombie. Now it's lunchtime. Is everybody vegan? When we break for lunch? And he answers, he's like, great question. He's like, Rob Zombie is a vegan. And when we break, he's got these, wonderful caterers that make delicious vegan food. And when we break, we're all vegan. And that was pretty cool. And then Sid Haig says, I haven't eaten a vegan in a week. And Bill Moseley, apparently, both of his daughters are vegan, although he is not. So that's pretty cool. Let's see. Let's see if I missed anything here. What's in the box? I can say it perfectly now, the way Brad Pitt said. Well, just to get my voice lined up now, I've said it so many times that I can do it perfectly so my voice is in sync with what's in the box. At the beginning, I used to have to do it so many times, and then I have to listen to it. Wait, does he say it this way, or does he, not anymore. Do I have a stance on organic agriculture, more specifically produce? I don't know too much. Like, I'm not an expert on this. I did talk to an expert on it, John Kohler. I'm friends with him. He does the OK Raw and Growing Your Greens channel. He's the perfect person to ask something like that too. As far as I know, it's very rare to get it 100% like that. I think if we can do it, then I think we should go that way. The more vegan we can be, the better. A lot of vegans are going to LA. Why? What's in November? I'll be at the November 4th and 5th. I'll be presenting at the Montreal Veg Fest, which is cool. Yes, Rob Zombie was a vegan. And not only that, so Lou Temple, and I have this all on video, which is just amazing. I'm really excited about it. But Lou Temple goes on to say that, Rob Zombie is a vegan, and, they cater delicious food. And he's not just a vegan, he said, he's very conscious about, he's in it for the animals. He's very conscious about animal rights. I think those were the words that he said. Can I do a Walker impression? I have done one in my videos. Vegan Friendsgiving. That's cool. Vegan for Vendetta and Robin. So you guys live close to each other? Washington? Wait, Seattle? You live in Seattle, right? I'm out here on the East Coast in Syracuse, New York. It's weird because one day it'll be 80 degrees and the next day it'll be 40 degrees. And today was pretty nice. It was about 71. Vegan Friendsgiving in LA. When is that? And where is that? I haven't heard of it. I feel left out. What else was I going to talk about? I feel like we talked about the scammers. We talked about the Halloween stuff. I can come. Well, if I'm out there, maybe I will. When is it going to be? When in November are we going to have Friendsgiving? What else? I feel like there was something else I was going to tell you guys. I don't remember. Oh, I'd love to go to New Zealand. Ever since I saw the behind the scenes of the making of the Lord of the Rings, I know that's not all you're known for, but it just looked amazing out there. The week of the 20th. Oh, I'm turning into a skeleton. The week of the 20th, on November 20th, I don't think I have anything going on. Maybe I can get out there. I need to meet back up with Cesar, and we need to do some more epic, epic eats with Cesar, the enthusiastic vegan. Have you guys seen those videos with Cesar? He's a character. He's a good guy, and he's always got a smile on his face, and he can eat. So when I'm full and we go to another restaurant, I just turn the camera on him, and it's a good time. So yeah, so tomorrow let's plan for tomorrow. I don't know how long I can be on or anything, but we'll do like scary stories. We'll go on, and if I'm out somewhere else, I'll just do a live wherever I am. Hi Sally. Midnight pizza. We need to make some more pizza. Those margarita pizzas are really good. I've been eating really extra healthy lately. Like pretty much like 99% all whole foods. Pretty much cut out all oils, and just feeling good again. But I do crave those intense chocolate moments, just devouring bad things for me. We should have a game where we guess famous horror movie quotes. I like that idea. So maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll write down a bunch of quotes and we can do that on one of these nights. Here's one for you guys, just because I just saw it last night. No, the night before. It's he says, Isaac says he wants you too, Malachi. What movie is that from? That's the first horror movie I ever saw, by the way, when I was very young. I got in trouble for watching it. Did I tell you guys that story? I feel like I just told that story. You like the vegan zombie t-shirt. Which one did you buy? I forget. Children of the Corn. You got it. You guys got it. Children of the Corn. Okay, so funny story. If you already heard this, just say stop and I'll stop. I'll just stop my story. But when I was it came out in '84. I was about 8, 9, and I really wanted to watch Children of the Corn because I saw it in the TV guide. And we had HBO at the time. And I said to my mom, hey, can I watch this? She's like, no, it's rated R. It's scary. You can't see this. You're too young. And I just never wanted to take no for an answer. So I'm like, please, can I watch this? Look, it says it's on at 4 a.m. So she's like, all right, if you can get up at 4 a.m., you can watch it. So I don't, obviously I'm only like 8 or 9. I didn't understand sarcasm. And my brother is like 2.5 years younger than me, almost 3 years younger than me. So he's like 4 or 5. And I went and I took my little wind-up alarm clock and I turned it, boom, and I said, wake me up at 3:50 a.m. So it goes off and I get up. I'm like, Pat, get up. Let's go watch Children of the Corn. So we grab our blankets and we go downstairs in the family room and we turn on a little dial TV and we turn it to HBO and we start watching Children of the Corn. And not long after that, my mom peeks her head down through the divider with the stairway. And she's like, what are you guys doing? I'm like, oh, we're watching Children of the Corn. She's like, what? What time is it? I'm like, it's 4 in the morning. She's like, what? She gets down there. She turns that TV off. She makes us go back to bed. And she was pretty mad. But she laughs about it now. She tells that story to everybody. And that was the first horror movie that I watched. She kind of gave me permission to watch it, but then again, she was just kidding. I didn't know she was kidding. So that was the first real horror movie I watched. And I didn't even watch the entire. I only really watched maybe 15 or 20 minutes of it before she came down. And then I never watched it again, surprisingly, until just like 2 or 3 years ago. And then I just watched it again a couple nights ago. And watching it now, seeing like the first scene, I guess you can close your ears if you don't want a spoiler, but the movie is like almost 30 years. It's over 30 years old. So the beginning scene, like the little kids of the town kill all the adults. So like, what the heck am I watching when I'm 8 years old and my brother's like 4 or 5, So anyway, that was the Ouija board one. You tagged me in your Insta story pic. Do you know if you just tag in the caption, I don't get it unless I see it when it comes up, and I get so many notifications that they go by fast if I'm not checking. But if you actually tag in the picture, like if I click the picture and I'm tagged, then I'll see it. I didn't see that picture. Let me check it out right now, see if I missed it. We'll go there and let's see. Okay, all the things I was tagged in. Let me see. I don't see it. Did you tag me personally or the Vegan Zombie account? Because I don't see it. A lot of people do that and I don't see their tags. Hi Nemo. Hi Camilla from Brazil. Awesome. Glad to be able to help you transition to veganism. Let's see what else we got. I'd love to dress Indy up. I don't know what, maybe a little Ewok or something. The Exorcist was your first. I'll tell you the story about my first horror movie that I was actually allowed to watch next. I think in between I saw a few other ones too, but that wasn't because I was allowed to. That was because I was at my friend's house who really didn't have any supervision, and that was pretty cool growing up because I could just go over to his house and we could do whatever the heck we wanted. And I think I saw some Friday the 13th there. I remember Jason being in the water with the spear gun. I think that was part 2 or 3. He didn't have the mask yet. Maybe it was part 1. Silence of the Lambs was a good one, but that came out a lot. I was pretty old then. Indy right now, Terry, is downstairs. I'm upstairs in my computer room. You tagged me in the pic, Vegan Zombie. So if you just tag me again, now I probably got it. So the first, okay, so I was probably, I don't know, whenever, it was Nightmare on Elm Street, the original. Okay, now I got the tag. I see it. I'll like it. There we go. Awesome. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. Nightmare on Elm Street, I was young, but I had to go stay at my grandparents' house, and my grandfather recorded everything on VHS tape. He had everything was organized. He had a book where you could find out where whatever tape was. They were all over his apartment. He had more than Blockbuster, and I had to stay with him with my grandparents, and I said, they said just pick out a movie and you can watch movies while you're here. So I'm like, okay, I want to watch Nightmare on Elm Street. And my grandfather was cool and he didn't care. But my mom was like, absolutely not. You're not watching that. You're gonna be scared. You're gonna have memory. I'm like, no, I won't, Mom. Let me watch it. Let me watch it. She's like, all right, you can watch it. So I'm like, yes. So I sat down to watch Nightmare on Elm Street by myself at my grandparents' house. And I was like, what did I get myself into? Because remember back then, we a lot of horror movies progressed over the years, and I feel like some people are desensitized, but back then, this is it, this is crazy. Freddy kills kids in their sleep, and I'm like, wow, I'm a kid and I have to go to sleep. So when the movie was over and I had to go to bed, I was freaking terrified. And but yeah, that was the first one I was allowed to watch. Terry. Yeah, I'll bring them up here next time. Next time. Well, if I don't go out of town tomorrow, then, or maybe we'll do it earlier in the day tomorrow. We'll do scary stories. Crash Trey watched Child's Play at 7 and was scarred for life. I remember reading about the Amityville horror when it happened and all the crazy things that they heard at night and everything. And it was so scary to me and my friends in the neighborhood just talking about that. Oh my God, this is what happened. And it's not that far from where we live. I mean, we're in the same state. It's still kind of far, but Um, and then, however many years later, it came out that it was all a hoax. I was just so bummed out. Like I wanted it to be like I wanted there to be ghosts or something, but nope. Um, yeah, usually Andy's sitting right here. All right, see, he left his toy. He left his toy in this place, so that'll be Indy for now. Indy the pup. Indy the pup. Let's see, we've been on for 40 minutes. Jeepers Creepers was a good one. Yeah, me too. Jeepers Creepers. Where'd you get them peepers? That's as much as I'm gonna sing. What else? What did I? If you guys have been following my Instagram, I've been posting a lot of. Every night there's a new one, which reminds me I got to post one for tonight. But I want my last 10 to be like some of my favorite ones. Although some of my favorite ones I have already posted, but I just want like to save the last because I could choose more than the amount of days we have left in this month. Event Horizon, I remember seeing that in the movie theater. It was like what, 1998 or 9? It was a while ago. It's more. I think it's more like a sci-fi horror, more like Alien. But it was pretty scary. Alien is great too. That'd be a sci-fi, but it's also horror. I would even consider on my list of Halloween movies, E.T. on there, and E.T. is my like all-time favorite. And just because it's like the time of year that the movie is set is in Halloween. He dresses up like a little ghost and sees Yoda. Evil Dead. Yeah, Alien is definitely sci-fi. But it's terrifying. It's a good one. I like the Alien movies. I mean, you're stuck on a ship in space. No one can help you. Like that is pretty scary. The next street over from you, Terry, was Elm Street. I think they must have done that because they knew every town had an Elm Street. Let's scare the heck out of people. Yeah. I just watched Unknown Geek. Hello. Let's see, what did I watch in the last few days? Texas Chainsaw Massacre. You know, I watched that again, the original, and I was like, oh, he's like a year older than me. Um, it's it scared the heck out of me when I was little, and watching it now, I'm like, this isn't even that scary. I mean, I guess it. Imagine. You know what I'd like to do is, what if you remade all these like different like horror movies, like these scenes with all these like villains coming at, but instead of the the victim who obviously is going to die in the movie, what if we replaced it with like somebody like Wolverine or something? That would be like a funny parody, I think. Leatherface comes at Wolverine and then was like, what? I mean, Leatherface he didn't even seem, when I watched it again the other night, he didn't even seem that scary. What did I watch last night? I watched Hatchet. I never saw that before. And it's funny because it's got all the people, it's got Kane Hodder, who plays Jason. It's got Robert Englund, who plays Freddy. And it's got Tony Todd that plays Candyman. So it's got all these iconic villains from horror movies in that movie. Dawn of the Dead. That's going to be on my the last 10 days. what was it about it? Was it just about that they were just like disgusting cannibals? Because I think that got to me more than the actual Leatherface. My favorite part of Halloween as a child was just leading up to it. Like I'm in Syracuse, New York, so we definitely have seasons here, and just that right time of year when all the leaves are on the ground, you can smell like, so, there's no snow on the ground yet, but you can smell the smoke from people's chimneys, and just getting together with your friends, knowing what you're going to do that night for Halloween. And I always look forward to, like, every year, like right now, like it's like the best time of year for me. I love this time of year, but every Halloween is like such a disappointment. It's like Halloween comes and then it's over with, and it's like, oh no, because I usually don't do anything on Halloween, but just leading up to it is just really, I don't know, maybe nostalgic. I don't know. I really like it. Yeah, Dario Argento, Suspiria. He also did a lot of things with George Romero, and helped him be able to write Dawn of the Dead, and did a lot of music for it too. Yeah, the Vegan Jedi, the remake. I think Leatherface is a lot more scary in the remake. Like the original, it's like, well, I'm just gonna run. I'm just gonna run from this guy. Maybe I'll trip him. Maybe I'll grab a broomstick and push him away. But Goblin's the band. I couldn't remember it. So yeah, all right. So tomorrow we're going to. I know I was so bummed out. Like I've never been more bummed out from any kind of like celebrity passing than when George Romero. I like literally my favorite director. I wanted to someday meet him, and actually this weekend I was thinking of going down to Pittsburgh and checking out the Monroeville Mall, but I think I might go to Salem instead. All right, Terry. Thanks for watching. I'm going to try to be on tomorrow for some scary stories, that kind of thing. So I'll give a hug to Indy and have a good night. RC family. So for Halloween, so can I see some masks you have for Halloween? Um, I'm usually a vampire. I usually get the contacts and I got the vampire fangs or everything like that. But I started the video out wearing this. Does anybody? Somebody got it right, but this is the Michael Myers mask from Halloween, Rob Zombie's version at the beginning before he gets that mask right up there. If you can see that one. That's the other one. Other than that, I mean, every once in a while I got to pull out werewolf hands. Yeah, actually, I do. Um, do I have it on any Instagram? Well, I'll definitely post more, but I think it's all on my personal Facebook and stuff like that for my vampire. And I have one where I used one of those filters, with the black eyeballs, and I'm quoting Dracula, the children of the nights, what sweet music they make. That was my favorite. I'll probably repost that again as soon as I ordered a really cool custom vampire fangs that should be coming any day. Camilla. No, Freddy Krueger was scary. Yes, I've been to Salem, Massachusetts many times. I actually, well, I know I was there just because I saw the date, 10/10/10. October 10th, 2010. I just reposted that. I went to the zombie walk there, and it's on my It's one of my first videos. I mean, it's one of my more it's one of my oldest videos on YouTube. And then we went there a few other times. We went to some of the restaurants and did some, but I might be there tomorrow, day after tomorrow, Saturday, Sunday. Oh, Halloween themed birthday party. That sounds really fun. See, my birthday's in the winter, so I don't get a Halloween themed birthday party. But I guess I could still be a vampire. October 10th is your birthday? Well, October 10th, 7 years ago, I was in Salem. Happy birthday, all those 7 years I missed. And thanks for all those thumbs up there, Robin. Which one? Which one? The werewolf or the skeleton? There we go. Salem is amazing. I really like it this time of year. This is like the perfect time of year to go. Skeleton. I wear these all the time just because. Just because. When I lived in New York City, I wore these all the time because I was a germ freak. So when I went on the subway, touching the germy subway poles, stuff like that. Where am I from? I am from Syracuse, New York. Upstate Central New York. You're stealing the skeleton ones. Hey, did you see the picture I posted today on Instagram? For Vegan Tea Thursday, I have a skeleton shirt. Skeleton shirt. Vegan skeleton shirt. Which Serbian film, or is that the name of it? I have seen a Serbian film. I believe. Is that the name of it? A Serbian film? I don't know. I don't think I've seen that. Now I want to Google it because I'm not familiar with what you're talking about. You met the guy that played Michael Myers. Awesome. When I was at Scaricon the first or second year, the after party, we went to this sports bar, and the band was playing First Jason. So the guy that played the first Jason ever, the one that comes up out of the water at the very end, he has a band, so he's playing, and I'm sitting at this booth, and there's this guy dancing on the top of the booth behind us, kind of doing like the Pee Wee Herman dance. And so I kind of moved because he was like, looked like he was about to fall on me. And my friend says, you should be videotaping this. That's the guy that plays Michael Myers. And I was like, what? Kane Hodder plays Jason. And so I get my camera out to film him, and he had stopped right as I did that. And I also was hanging out with Derek Mears, who played the newer Jason. That was pretty funny. That was pretty funny too, because we walked into the casino afterwards. Well, there was a group of us, and it was in September. So Scaricon that year was in September, and these girls we were with had like fake blood all over them. And now we're walking into the casino part. So we're not in the event center anymore. It's September, so nobody's really thinking Halloween. And we're going down this escalator, and these guys coming up, they looked at they're like, are you guys all right? Are you girls all right? Like, did they do something to you? And they're like, no, it's Halloween makeup and stuff. And then they're like, man, it looks like Jason got to him or something. I'm like, that's funny because that's Jason right there. And I don't think they understood what I was talking about, but that was pretty funny. Who have I met? Halloween horror actors. Lots of them, especially at the Scaricons usually. John Russo, who co-wrote Night of the Living Dead, he was also in it. I talk to him every year. Just in horror movies, or like actual like horror, like so Kane Hodder was there. The first Jason, Ari. I met This is John Dugan, who played the grandpa from Texas Chainsaw Massacre. He's in one of my videos. Um, Derek Mears, who plays Jason. I just recently met the dude that was in Nightmare on Elm Street that got killed, the one with the ear thing. Freddy killed him. Who else? Obviously, Dee Wallace. I'd have to go back through all of my Sid Haig, Bill Moseley from Devil's Rejects, House of a Thousand Corpses. What's the scariest movie I've ever seen? So that's kind of like when I was little, it was like Nightmare on Elm Street, but it doesn't scare me anymore. I don't really get scared by any movies, but I try to suspend reality when I go in there. So even though I know it's not real, I try to put myself in place. And I'll tell you what, when I went to the movie theater and I watched The Ring, especially the very end scene when she comes out of the TV at the guy, like that was pretty terrifying. So I thought that was one of the scariest movies. Also, the Blair Witch Project. So when I went to see the Blair Witch Project in the movie theaters, you really got to pay attention. So half the movie theater paid attention, half the movie theater missed the important part where the girl talks about it at the beginning. And if you missed that one part or you forgot about it at the very end, for those of you that know what I'm talking about, the very last scene is either going to be stupid or it's going to be terrifying. And I paid attention, so that last scene I was like, oh my God. Like it was pretty terrifying to me. What else? I don't know. Yeah, The Ring and The Grudge were pretty scary. Back in the day, yeah, like Nightmare on Elm Street and those kind of movies, Friday the 13th, the ones that you can't like kill, those were pretty scary to me. But now, like really, that's the thing, now as an adult, nothing like scares me. I enjoy watching a horror movie, but they don't really scare me anymore. The Shining was really good. I like The Shining. Let's see, what I thought was kind of good was, has anybody seen the movie Creep on Netflix? I thought that was kind of good. The Babadook. Yeah, I think The Babadook was all right. I'm trying to think, what else did I? My all-time favorite horror movie, but also could be called the best love story ever, is Dracula, Bram Stoker's Dracula. So that'd be my favorite horror movie. My favorite all-time movie would be E.T. But the most watched movie that I've ever watched is probably either Interview with the Vampire or The Lost Boys. I could say every line of those movies at one point. And I definitely saw Interview with the Vampire in the movie theaters more than any other movie that I saw too in a theater. I was obsessed with vampires. I guess I still am. Who played the alien in E.T.? Well, most of it was mechanical, but on a few parts he did have somebody in there playing it. Ringu and Ju-on. Those are the Japanese versions. The yo-yo effect on, I don't think so. And I just posted last night Let the Right One In, which is an awesome vampire movie. It's a Swedish film. They have an American version, English version called Let Me In. They're both really good. I prefer the Swedish version, but really good. I saw Eraserhead so long ago. I haven't seen it in so long. I don't even remember anything about it. So Yes, the Swedish version is. I have not seen it yet. I've only seen the original It. I still have not seen it. Season 9 is pretty sweet. Season 9 of what? Spots the Clown. Hey, hello. I look just like my dad. Well, I hope I don't look just like him. Maybe I resemble him. 13 Ghosts. Okay, so there's a movie that I remember from when I was little, and I don't know what it is. And I've been trying to ask people. So maybe somebody out there is a horror aficionado and knows this movie. I was real little. I don't know. I used to watch the monster movie Matinee and everything. And I remember this one because it would always pop into my mind whenever I was like, when you're, maybe you still do it, but when I was little, primarily, I would be like, okay, you're all by yourself. Don't think of anything scary. And the first thing I start thinking is something scary. So it's scaring me. So I remember this movie, and it was black and white, and they were in this really big mansion or a castle even with like stone or brick walls and a winding staircase. Not like completely winding, but it just kind of went up the wall like this. And then there was this girl with like an all white dress, and she was coming down the stairs, and there was a voice that said, "Leave while you still can." And I always think of that scene, but I have no idea what movie that is. So if anybody knows, kindly let me know, and maybe I'll watch it. I'll definitely watch it so I can see that scene. Do I ever feel discouraged because I don't know? Somebody else said House on Haunted Hill last time I asked that question. And I don't know if it was it, the original version. Maybe it was. Now I have to watch it. Because I did watch the remake, and it definitely wasn't that. So Mandy, I'm definitely going to watch the original House on Haunted Hill. Do I ever feel discouraged about what? Looking like my dad? No, I don't. I feel discouraged about some things. Like, why am I not a vampire? Why am I not a vegan vampire? You know what's funny? Does anyone know who Reggie Bannister is? Or Gigi Bannister, his wife. So Reggie Bannister played in the movie Phantasm, and his wife. So I met them at one of the scare cons, and his wife came up to me, and she introduced herself, and she's really nice, and she loved my name, The Vegan Zombie, and she said that she was the vegan vampire back in the early 90s, and she had like a public access TV show where she was the vegan vampire, or the vegetarian vampire. So she found me on Instagram just recently, like a few weeks ago, and connected there. Sucking sap from the trees. Night of the Living Dead. Well, no, it's not that movie. I've seen that a million times. Well, maybe only like 999,999. I used to play with Ouija boards when I was little. We're going to tell scary stories tomorrow. So we just hit over an hour, so I'm going to wrap this up. And tomorrow, sometime in the day, we will figure out when, and then we'll be back on here. And we'll do a little bit of a scary stories. So even if I'm out traveling or wherever, I'll still do something, even if it's real quick, because I promised you guys. So thanks for watching tonight. Had fun, and we'll see you guys hopefully tomorrow. So watch out for zombies, because I do want to see you tomorrow, and I'll see you later.